And that's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of IS-7 as far as I'm concerned. I'm finally learning the truth about my father's last case. So what happened at the trial? Well, we lost. Von Karma did a real number on us. Really? You couldn't prove that Mr. Tangaroa was innocent? Oh, we could prove it alright. Had a decent little pile of evidence in our favor. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He fought even dirtier than we feared. I can imagine. Secure a conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Anywho, the trial dragged on and on. Whole thing took about a year in the end. I'll never forget the day the verdict came down, December 28th, that following year. It's April now, so mama. We're talking over 17 years ago. I'm sure that's fly, huh? December 28th, I was there that day, 17 years ago, sitting in the courtroom gallery. Just before the trial got started, Gregor noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual. Turns out the poor guy had finally reached his limit. It was so bad, he even said he wanted to be found guilty. Wait, you mean they forced the confession out of him? Yeah, Von Karma got what he been pushing for from the very beginning. And when Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about there being nobody to speak of, he learned that Von Karma had used the power of the police to head him off at the pass. Even had himself a fake autopsy report, but that wasn't the end of it. Von Karma had gotten Samson to testify against himself to being an accessory to murder in court. Combined with his confession, the poor guy's goose was well and truly cooked. But Gregory still had his ace in the hole though. The same ace he asked Detective Beth to help him with. Exactamundo. He knew he needed one less card to play if they squeeze a confession out of Samson. So he had Beth record all of Samson's interrogation. I guess Detective Beth really wanted to know the truth too, huh? We all did, but he was a trooper. Stayed with the case even after Von Karma took him off of it. He was tied up in some other big case too. Good old Beth. They don't make him like that anymore. Anyway, Gregory presented the recording as a proof that Samson's confession was coerced. And you know what? It almost worked. A cop named Ian Seidman got fired. Samson's interrogator and the initial detective before Beth, he took the fall for pretty much the whole thing. But Von Karma didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was disciplined by the chief prosecutor for the one and only time in his 40-year career. Still, Samson himself couldn't stomach another day in court. So when that guilty verdict came down, it didn't just signal the end of that day, but the whole sad affair. I don't remember a lot myself, but my father's face when they declared Mr. Tangaroa guilty. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside. Oh my god, that's I'm shivering here from hearing that. Gregory wanted to appeal the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's name, but then, well, you know what happened next. Poor guy, he never got a chance. Oh my god, that's so sad. I should have left with him that day. I'll always blame myself for not doing that. But I've shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead. Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. Hated you for choosing to stick with Von Karma. I hope you can forgive me. No. You had every right to hate me. I went on to become a prosecutor as planned, and that's when Mr. Von Karma showed me this case file. According to these records, Mr. Tangaroa was convicted as the main culprit in Mr. Frost's murder. No, that's not right. Samson was convicted as an accessory to murder. Strange, the file clearly states that he was the perpetrator. Plus, I'm fairly certain that all of Mr. Von Karma's cases were successfully solved. Mind if I take a peek at those? This file's been doctored. The part about the verdict, it's been changed. What? Here, fix your papers on this. Santangoro, age 39, organizer of confectionery contest. Victim's body was found inside one of his creations, leading to his arrest. While in detention, Tangaroa discovered that he had a taste disorder, which was subsequently cured via medication. Verdict: convicted as an accomplice based on his confession. Convicted as an accomplice? That's a copy of the file they have on record at the courthouse. Then why is my copy so different? Well, you said it came from Karma, yeah? My guess is he didn't want Gregory's son thinking there was a murderer out there still at large. Didn't want you looking into it again before the statute of limitation was up. So everything I believe about the case was a lie? Like they say, we all gotta start somewhere. What is important is you know what's what now. The statute of limitation may have run out, but the truth's still out there, you know? I inherited Samson's case when your old man passed. The accusation handed off to somebody else too. The great Von Karma wasn't going to bother facing off against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the killer was never found, and Samson was found guilty instead. Never found, and Samson was found guilty instead. That's terrible. Is there really nothing we can do to help him? Not without the real perp, I'm afraid. Until then, his confession stands. Speaking of which, I didn't find out until after the verdict had been handed down, but Von Karma had threatened Samson and made him a deal. Told him if he didn't confess, he make sure Judy was convicted instead. How could he? Samson knew there was no Judy could have done it. There's no way Judy could have done it, of course. But he wasn't going to take any chances, so he did what he was told and confessed to keep her safe. Now riddle me this, Milesy boy. Why do you think your Uncle Eddie just happened to be in the prison the day Bronco Knight died? Uncle Eddie. Ah, that's right. You were there to see Mr. Tangaroa? Bingo. Judy and I both promised we visit him every day. I didn't quite keep that promise, but Judy did. She never missed one visit in all these years. Come rain or shine, she always showed up. But none of that changes the fact that Samson is still being unduly punished day after day. Oh, heartbreaking. We gotta do something, Mr. Fender. Well, kiddo, that's actually why we came here. The ice sculptures are back on display just like they were all those years ago. And we're going to see what we can find out, right, Malserino? I'm a prosecutor, Fender. I don't look at these things in the same way as you or my father, Miles. But that doesn't matter right now. Speaking not as a prosecutor, but as Miles Edgeworth. I want to know the truth behind both of these cases, and I'm not leaving until I do. You really are all Gregory's son, true and true. Alrighty then, now that's that sorted, I can really get to work. Good thing I brought the IL-7 case file and evidence with me today, huh? Here, documents first. Who doesn't love paperwork? Am I right? The parts in writing are my annotation. Thank you, Fender. Where the... oh, this one. 30 years ago on December 24th. Location Samson Tangaroa was Rome date December 24th. 18 years ago, murder weapon, rock salt lamp. Prosecutor Von Karma, defense attorney Gregory Edgeworth. Organizer of confectionery contest. Victim's body was found inside one of his creations, leading to his arrest. While in detention, Tangaroa discovered that he had a taste disorder which was subsequently cured via medication. Based on his confession, Artie Frost, also known as Paul Halik, under which name he was renowned sculptor and French contestant in the confectionery contest, body was discovered in Tangaroa's room. Cause of death was blood loss following to the blow of the head. No detailed autopsy report due to the body going missing. Okay. And here's some evidence for you. Enjoy. There's quite a few, so I'd take a minute to scope them out if I were you. Yes, I see. I'll take a look at them in a bit. Right now. The photo. We still don't know the mystery of this finger mark. This page's design is set to reflect the relentless and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict protectors of law and executors of sentences, much like harsh winter frost and blazing summer day. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor. I have no interest in doing so. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers. As if you're not human on the inside like everyone else. You know, our current case is just full of loose threads too, come to think of it. Indeed. The key players of that incident 18 years ago who just happened to get caught up in another incident. The ice sculptures in the winter wing that are perfect replicas of the one from 18 years ago. Poison gas attack in the autumn wing, which was been disguised to look like the winter wing. The two chemicals that were found inside the Peach's statues like is Ibicium and asphyxian. That form of a poisonous gas when mixed together. The victim of the gas attack, Carmelo Gasto, who is no stranger to the events of 18 years ago, and who is still unconscious and undergoing treatment in the medical room. And finally, we come to the body, floating face down in the fountain. And the fact that ice sculptures have melted just as they did all those years ago. The events of the present day will appear to be intimately linked with the events of the past, which means they may be able to help us learn more about what happened 18 years ago. Sounds good to me. Let's get investigating.
Objection!
Oh no you don't. Aren't you forgetting somebody? I could have sworn this is my investigation. Eustace is quite right. I do hope you aren't intending to obstruct him in his duty, Mr. Richard. I would hate to have added a guilty to my report to the committee. What am I guilty of now? Of course not. I'm simply offering once again to do what I can help with this investigation. Your offer is duly noted and duly declined. Oof. He isn't pulling any punches. The identity of the body from the fountain is currently being ascertained. It's only a matter of time until we have all the information we need. Perhaps I can help you speed up that process along. I think I have an idea who our Mr. Victim might be. What? Really? Then you have to tell me. It's the law. Very well. It's the law. Maybe it isn't just the ice sculpture that have resurfaced after 18 years ago. May also be a visitor from the past. Yep.
Take that!
I believe the body in the fountain is that of the man who was murdered here 18 years ago. Mr. Artie Frost. What? You're saying that was poor Chillingwings? Wait, who the heck is Chilling or Artie? Or whoever it is you're talking about? Artie Frost was a famous sculptor, Eustace. Although he was better known as Paul Halick. The sculptures on display here are all his works. No way. Sounds like he did well for himself. All's good to encounter a fellow winner. Mr. Frost was also the victim in the IS-7 incident. Judge Gaffel know about the IS-7 incident? Mr. Richard, the IS-7 incident is an 18-year-old case. And according to police records, the victim's body was recovered and an autopsy duly carried out. Sure, that's what the records say. But the records can always be trusted. What are you insinuating? That while the records say stuff like the body totally recovered, The defense back then begged to differ. Not that it stopped the prosecution from shutting them down hard, of course. Yeah? This is winner. What? Really? What is it, Eustace? The body, we've got an idea. Some sculpture called frost or something, so I guess. Can't you what called it? Goddess of Justice. Huh. So my father's deduction were right all along. Well, Judge Keval, I said this change things, won't you say? Perhaps now you'll admit that I might be of use in this case. More than a certain junior prosecutor anyway. No fair, you're trying to steal the win. I'm doing no such thing. All I want is to uncover the truth. And if we're going to get the bottom of what happened here, we'll need to work together. We do not need anything, and you do not need to know the truth. This case is none of your concern. Whoa there, Judge G. I think you might be wrong about that. Another of your interruption, Mr. Fender? Yep, see, I was on the defense team for IS-7, so this case is very much my concern. I was one of the pesky kids pushing the theory that the body had actually gone missing. The prosecutor at the time might have brushed us off, but you can't deny the testimony of your eyes. Or to put it a little more bluntly, the prosecution case was rotten from the ground up. When there's been a miscarriage of justice caused by the prosecution, it's the committee's job to fix it, no? Oh my god, Fender, I love you! And who better to help you unpick the mess than someone who was there at the time? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Damn, Fender. Bite him down hard. Judge Keval seems to know the facts of the IS-7 incident in some detail, in which case I suspect she must be here on the committee's behalf. Your connection to the case is noted, Mr. Fender, but I fail to see how it concerns Mr. Edgeworth. He's the son of the original defense attorney, and the prodigy of the case's late prosecutor. And if that's not enough for you, he was at the trial too. I think it's just possible he might have a little something to bring to the table, don't you? Very well. You may both assist in the investigation, but only if you refrain from interfering with the work of others. The winter wing is off limits for now. This room, however, is all yours. Alrighty, great to hear we're on the same wavelength, G. Why don't we bring in it? To show we're all on the side of justice. Do not test me, Mr. Fender. Your permission to investigate can be revoked at any time. Duly noted, Your Honor. This is a turn up for the books, huh, Malsey? We gotta do our thing after all. Thanks to your immeasurable help as always. No sweat. Besides, I was mostly doing it for me. Okay, I'll be investigating my own thing, so just holler if you find something interesting. I will. Well, okay, shall we? Heck yeah, let the investigation commence. We're still unclear on the two key facts. How Mr. Frost's body come to be where we found it, and the source of the ubiquium. You're right. We need some more intel. Indeed, let's focus on the ubiquium first and foremost. It's used in stuff like dish soap and paint, right? Correct. It also brings red in color and has a distinctive minty fragrance. Okay, sounds like we know what we're looking for. It seems the police have already removed the body. But why did the body of a victim from 18 years ago turn up in this fountain? And why was it not all rotten and stuff? Did it slowly shuffle its way here? Did I remind you that zombies are real? It seems likely that the body was preserved somehow. Really? Is that even possible? Hey, Mr. Forensic Guy, anything to report? Yes, ma'am. Traces of both ubiquium and asphyxion have been detected in the fountain. I'm gonna say they were probably carried here by the stream from the autumn wing. In addition to those two chemicals, there's also a large amount of sugar. The composition of the sugar is being analyzed as we speak. There's sugar in the fountain? Where could it even have come from? Sugar. But not in the logic side. Miss Bond tea set laid out neatly on the serving cup. The pamphlet said the gallery is famous for its tea. Understandably so, the cup we're given was delicious. Looks like all the stuff was designed by Mr. Frost. Interesting. In that case, I think we better take a closer look. Oh, the ring. Oh, there's nothing here. But when it was in Edgeworth's case and his father's case, I don't see this ring anywhere. So this t-shirt was made by Artie Frost. It looks very fancy. Oh, it is. I'm willing to bet that this set can fetch something in the thousands of dollars. So let's try not to touch any of it unless we absolutely have to. Whoa, this stuff is really worth that much? Stop it, Kay. I can see your eyes lighting up. Miss Bond must be really a fan of Mr. Frost, like Fender said, to still have this. What? Hey, Edgy! What is it? You be careful with that teapot, you hear? Why is Larry so concerned all of a sudden? Honored guest. I can pour you a cup if you like. Miss Bond. Judy. Hi, I'm good, thanks. No tea for me. You two, knock yourself out. Thank you for the offer. Yes, why not? A quick break won't hurt. 2 cups coming right up. This smells great. Babe, this is sketchy. Wow, it tastes even better than it smells. What type of tea is this, Mr. Richard? Ceylon, I believe. It's usually identified by its citrus aroma, but... Miss Bond, is this the same blend you served this morning? Why, yes. Is it alright? There isn't anything wrong with it, is there? Oh no, not at all. It's just that the cup you gave me earlier had a slightly different aroma. How should I know that? Really? That's odd. I used the exact same blend both times. I can't see what would account for the difference. Hey, what's the big idea? What would being mean about Judy's tea, will you? What's got under his skin? Oh, this has something to do with Larry, isn't it? Got under his skin, Larry? Nothing, you're just rude, that's all. You don't even try to call me by the right name. Laura's due name, dang it. You know what, I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, that was childish, even for him. Whoa, what happened there? Let's ask him about it later, shall we? Talking to Bond is more of a priority right now. We may not have any evidence to prove that she is the culprit, but it does seem likely that the poison gas was her doing. Already established. The tablecloth draped over the cart is pure white and completely. Just wanting for me to grab it by the edge, clear my mind, and whoosh. Okay, I cannot stress enough how bad of an idea that would be. Oh, come on, what's the worst can happen? Even if it does go all sideways, we'll just wind up with the cool tea color tie-dye. Yes, well, I'd rather it remain white. Plus, I don't think Miss Bond would appreciate us meddling with it. Really? But there are so many other colors that'll work. Pink, sky blue, tealish brown. A caddy containing a Ceylon tea leaves. It's well-crafted tin canister that's designed to prevent moisture and sunlight from damaging its contents. Not a bad thing to use considering the quality of the blend Miss Bond serves. Sure, totally. Okay, the tablecloth. Nothing to investigate anymore, I guess. What about the handler? Nope. What about the cup? The logic. Might be connected. Ana. Dang. Okay. Continue. It's a man with a moon-shaped head and a woman with a sun-shaped head. The man's got a real pain look in his eyes though. Is this another Paul Halleck piece? Yes, from his younger years, when he was something of a dreamer. He depicted those characters closest to him by means of a motif taken from nature. This piece is titled My Parents. Guess the mom shone brightest in that house. It's a sculpture of a brave warrior battling against a serpent. Did Paul Halleck make this one too, Mr. Richard? He did. It seems he was fascinated by fantasy and mythology when he was a young man. That piece embodies the tragic yet credit determination of the young as they face an impossible situation. It's called the math test. Talk about relatable. I guess I've faced this one too. Sketches of a man and a woman in old-timey clothes. Did Paul Halleck make this as well? Yes, it seems he created them later in his life, once he had begun to make a name for himself. His wife would push him to sculpt the two of them as ancient gods, and he couldn't say no to his beloved. The title is The Beautiful Goddess Venus and Her Humble Servant. Damn. Wow, talk about putting your goddess on a literal pedestal. Venus is Aphrodite, right? And what is Hephaestus' Roman name again? I forgot. Is there nothing you need to check right now? Why is there a lift cart just sitting here, out in the open? Guess somebody must have been moving something heavy. The top of the platform seems to be wet. You know, I've got a funny feeling I've seen this thing somewhere before. You mean like 18 years ago? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I last saw it in Frost's room. Oh yeah, you must have used it to move the ice sculptures around. It's one of those fancy numbers where you can change not only the platform's height, but even its angle. If you had one of these, you could move giant lumps of ice around no sweat. Oh, just think of the possibilities. I could really use one of these. Still doesn't explain what it's doing here, though. Bit of a head scratcher, but we should give it a thing, yeah? Indeed, after all, it just might have something to do with our case. I think I know what's going on in here. My prediction is that Paul Halleck is pretty much Paul Halleck, like, what again? Fake his own death. Now let's just see. Alright. Oh, the same. This is the tea that Larry Mike in from the color and aroma. I say this is a puddle of spilled tea. And look, there's a small chunk of the ceramic in it. I guess somebody must have broke something. I know that insignia. And a certain high-strung somebody just might know little something too. Hey there, Marcelino. What's with the situation of the investigation? Things are progressing. I think a fuller picture of what happened is beginning to emerge. Good to hear. Guess I better step up my game too then. Oh, can talk to him. I think I get it. So this is the key to unraveling this whole mystery. Yes, perhaps. Right, you keep hold of it then, yeah? Quickly now, back in your pocket it goes. I guess he doesn't think much of it. What about the teapot? Oh no. What about the family picture? Oh yeah. Miles Edgeworth, prosecute. I gotta say, I never saw that coming. I'm sorry, Fender. Hey, that wasn't a dick. You had your reason, I'm sure. I'm just glad you'll get to see what the courtroom looks like from the other side for once. It's a whole different ball game, let me tell you. Actually, I have stood at the defense bench once before, and I have to say, it wasn't bad. Like, oh no, let's talk to him. This case seems to have a lot in common with the incident from 18 years ago, and how it's got a lot. Melting statues in the winter wing and even the murder victim's body. But how did nobody ever figure out that the body had gone missing? Frost had no family apart from his son, and well, the kid kinda vanished. Nobody's seen him since around the time of the incident. Gusta's sons too. Him and his best pal from school both just apt up and disappeared. What, and they were never found? I think Mr. Frost and Gusto been working together for 18 years to do something, I guess. Gusto's boy wasn't, not as far as I heard anyhow. Guess Frost kid turned up in the end though. He collected his inheritance at some point. But yeah, with no family around just after the incident, Frost got no funeral, no nothing. So no need for the police to release the body, and no need for anybody to find out they didn't have it. They filed their fake autopsy report, and nobody was any the wiser. Well, almost nobody. I still can't believe myself and Karma would have stooped so low. No, can I show you this? Oh no. Okay, let's do it then. What is this thing? Looks like this pedal lets you adjust the height of the platform, Mr. Richard. Indeed, let's give it a try. If you okay, on it. Tada! A single person could transport quite heavy load using one of these. I'll say, I bet I could even cut Gummy off with it. And for what purpose exactly, my ass? The top of the platform is wet. Maybe someone used it to move something liquidly around. Yes, but the question is who and what? Okay, it's what? Wet in here? There's nothing more again we can investigate. Okay, I guess there's nothing. Wait, haven't we seen these sliders before? This is the mark of the sculpture Paul Holick, I believe. But how did the chunk of ceramic end up in the middle of a puddle tea anyway? It's just a hunch, but one suspect quickly comes to mind. Boy, did this thing get smashed up good, huh? Indeed, to the point where it's hard to make out what it might have once been. It'd be nice if it's some kind of distinguished feature or something. Okay. Wait a minute. This one? Oh. These letters say PH. Correct, Mr. Schwartz? Yes. They show that teapot was made by Paul Holick. Under his initial obviously, right, but I thought his real name was Artie Frost. It was, thereby making this a piece by the victim of the IS-7 incident as well. Forks seem to be everywhere here in Zodiac Hall. Man, it's raining. This is one swanky teapot, the one way of putting it. I lean more towards eccentric myself. Whatever it is, it won't do for a great thief to remain so ignorant about such cheap things. Actually, your ignorance is my bliss. Oh my god, I need to... Maybe later. I don't know what the achievement about. I guess Artie Frost 18 years ago was unconscious, but then he dragged himself out of the room. Mr. Winner was very clear that you're only allowed to investigate in this room. I'm afraid I can let you pass. It'll make much difference if you did, officer. You're standing in front of a wall. Oh, but we all know a few bricks won't stop you, Mr. Malsechort, sir. Oh, he actually sounds kinda scared of you. Just what kind of reputation do I have down at the precinct? It seems the elevator is only accessible to select individuals. I wonder what's upstairs. Among other things, the medical room. There's where Mr. Castro is being treated. I hope he's alright. We've got some questions that need answering as soon as he wakes up. Since there's no way of knowing when that might be, we should explore some other avenues in the meantime. It's a selection of trophies won by Paul Holick, or rather Artie Frost. Evidently, he was very well respected artist. Well, you've got one too, Mr. Short. So it's about time I won one too. Guess I'll have to find some thieving contest to enter. Or you could set something up, something with a nice ceremony at the end, all that. Yes, followed by a swift run of arrests. Don't think you've gotten away with anything, Mr. Short. I'll be reporting your action to the committee. Do whatever you need to do, Judge Cavall. And we'll do the same. You are the self-styled detective, correct? Mr. Short, association with such a character will be of interest of committee too, of course. Go ahead and report me to your stupid committee. I'll be the toss of the thieving community. It looks like Judge Cavall will have to think of something of a new threat if she wants to intimidate Kay. Right, you, stop it. Do you mind, Mr. Winner? You're in my way. I do mind actually, and I'm not going anywhere. You just have to go around me. Well, we just thought you might want to move to a better spot. That's all. What's better spot? I demand you show it to me at once. Is that really all text to make you do whatever you want? The door here's marked with a nice autumn looking tree. And yet it leads to the winter wing. I suppose it's all part of the deceptions. I could steal the leaves if you like. Make things a little more wintry. I think you better leave them alone, Kay. Alright, it's time to talk to you. I'm going to keep this simple, Larry. You're hiding something, so just tell me what it is. Alright, staring contest. Yeah, you lose. Whoa, we did it to clear of you too, it's weird. Ah, come on, Kay, you know me better than that. I wasn't staring. I was struck by an idea of a picture, no edgy. He was glaring. Yes, and I'll keep glaring at you until you tell us what it is you're hiding. Read it, I already told you. I'm not talking to you anymore. You're talking to me right now. I mean, from now on, I'm not talking to you ever again, starting now. This is getting me nowhere. I suppose I'll have to figure out what he's hiding first before I can get the whole truth out of you. Alright, it's always something funny with Larry. Come on, Larry, what are you hiding? Not saying. Look, you two, this is not time for kids game. Well, I certainly wasn't playing. Pretty clear that Laris isn't going to talk to you. Oh, he'll talk. Don't you worry about that. I need to know what Larry is hiding. Perhaps presenting him with the right piece of evidence will force him to come clean. Would you mind taking a look at this for me, Larry? Why would you show me that? Tell me, what is it about, Miss Bounce T-set that's got you so agitated? If you won't tell me, then perhaps you prefer to explain it to Judge Cavall. Wait, don't make me look bad in front of Verity. She thinks I'm a sensible, cool, clean-cut guy. I don't want her to see the real me, the real low-down, dirty me. I'm not so sure anybody here thinks you're particularly clean-cut, Larry. But if you don't want her to think badly of you, the best thing you can do is talk to me. Alright, I'll talk. Alright, Larry, enough is enough. Is this the way any way to treat your best friend, Eiji? Is this any way for you to treat yours? By lying to him? Hiding things? I get the picture already, so stop glaring at me like that. I'll tell you everything, okay? Earlier, I thought Verity might like a cup of tea, so I went to pour one for her. But I got distracted and my hand slipped and smashed. I broke the teapot, a priceless work of art. It's in pieces because of me. No words exist to describe how far away I saw this coming from. Ouch, you really messed up this time, Loris. See, Eiji, everyone's going to think less of me now. Gee, Judy's never going to forgive me for this. Crying to me won't do you any good. I think you need to apologize to Mr. Bond. My teapot? I see. I'm sorry, Judy. I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll paint your portrait. I'll paint you 50 portraits. Please, Mr. Dunim. It's really me who should be apologizing. How could I fail to notice that there were broken pieces of ceramics on the floor? Somebody could have been hurt. Here, let me make sure that's safely disposed of. The teapot in question was designed by Artie Frost, correct? I understand it was something you've long treasured. You must be upset. Oh, I am. But of course, all things break eventually. And as luck would have it, I have another identical teapot. It's far from the end of the world. Is she less attached to Mr. Frost's works than she used to be? I can't believe this, Judy. You're the sweetest, the kindest. This other teapot you're talking about is the one sitting on the cart right now, right? What do you mean? Yeah, so when I smashed the first one, I tried to hide the piece in the bottom of the cart. And that's when I saw the other pot under there, so I took it out and basically switched out the two pots. I see. Yep, and that's everything I have to tell you. I'll be extra careful not to break the other one, I promise. You have no shame whatsoever, do you? I'm sorry. It's really quite alright. Thank you for being so honest. Eiji, isn't Judy the absolute best? I trust you won't take advantage of her kindness and will make amends. I sure will. Once I make it as an artist, I'm going to give her one of my paintings. He was one of my models after all, it's only fair. At this rate, I suspect he's likely to make more trouble than amends. Don't you think it will be better for you to keep out of her way a very long time? For a while? Oh, but I will be keeping out of her way, because I sketched her and the others already. Her and the others? Keen to see my work, huh? Yeah, I drew a few great sketches of some ravishing beauties, wanna see? Interested in Larry's ravishing beauties, huh, Mr. Ashford? I'm afraid you've greatly misjudged, Kay. I simply wish to see Larry. I wish to simply to see if Larry has captured any unusual details this time too. Unusual details? Nothing unusual about this. They're my best work yet. Really no? I want to see them too. Oh, you're sweeter, okay? Alright, let me dig them out for you. Give me a sec, okay? I suppose we might as well take a look. So, these sketches of yours. Seriously, Jay, if you want to check out my art, you should just set so from the get-go. Here, feast your eyes on this. What am I looking at here? Look at Miss Corn. There's a blue cloth he's holding. Is that the luminous cloth or Artie Frost cloth? I don't know. I told you already, ravishing beauties. Yes, a few to be fair. To the fair faces that have caught my eyes since I've been here, you know. There's Verity and Judy and somebody else. Why did you draw them all on the same page? Well, I meant to draw the room at first, just something to pass the time. And then I saw one beauty and another, and well, I just scribbled them all down as I went. So these were all drawn at the different times. Huh? Yeah, I guess. I did one of you too, okay? You're on a different page though. Oh, you did? I'm flattered. How true to life are these sketches? Did you only draw what you actually saw? Of course, you think I draw things I can't see? Like using my imagination? Nope, these are 100% true to life, right down to the exact shade of color. Exact shade of each color. So the colors are accurate. Interesting. Much as it pains for me to admit it, Larry may have provided me with a useful piece of evidence yet again. The surfing card in the sketch, for example. If I compare to the one here in the room, there's a clear contradiction between the two. I think a little deduction is in order. Will I borrow this page for a while, Larry? Sure thing. You want me to sign it for you? Just the page, please. Alright, what do they say to this? Ooh wee, this page is a real beauty, right? I've really done my subjects justice here. Which one's your favorite? Oh, I really couldn't decide. They're all perfect in their own way. I'm sure you think all of your potteries are perfect, don't you? Of course not. Not everybody's a suitable subject, you know. Take you, for example. You're the dictionary definition of super hot mess. I don't resemble the description, do I? Yeah, that's it. That's what I'll call my next picture book. Paradise Grand Gaveling Gala, or this sequel to Frenzy Whip Trip, and another guaranteed best-selling blockbuster. Larry, could you please focus on the pieces of evidence I'm showing you? Huh? Were you saying something? Ignored by Larry of all people. Alright. Cool. Damn, there's so many things to investigate here. Hello there, dearie. Still investigating away, are you? Found anything interesting? No, dear. No, dearie. Well, nothing much anyway. Silly girl, that wasn't a dearie moment. That was more of a lambkin. Bitter is for when you're being sympathetic, of course, and treasure is when they're in a tease. Love is for people you're not that keen on, and petal you use when you're trying to get someone's attention. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many roles. Mr. Richard, Petal, I hope you're getting all this down. Don't even try it, Kay. Oh, dearie me. Like, it was fun talking to you. Always. Where were you before you rejoined us here, Miss Bond? I had to go and tell our visitor we're close. Oh, and hand out a little something in apology. Was there something you wanted to talk to me about? Yeah, a few things actually. Least of all, the fact that I think you might be the one who set the poison gas trap. Oh my, is that me? Yes, it was painted by the so-called artist over there. It's wonderfully drawn. Would you mind if I keep it? I'm sorry, Miss Bond. I'm afraid it's an important piece of evidence. Oh, I see. That's a shame. I suppose Larry Charm is something of a talent if he can impress a gallery owner with sketches like this. I think she's more afraid of what's inside it. But it's just candy. But again, the cloth is different, I guess. Different color. So she's worried about it too. The original ice sculptures melted 18 years ago, correct? How did you manage to recreate them? Oh, you know about what happened back then? In that case, you might also know. I took pictures of them during the contest. I commissioned the creation of a set replicas based on those photographs for this current exhibit. But why go through the trouble of creating replicas? Mr. Frost's Zodiac series was his great unfinished masterwork. I wanted to see it completed at last, or rather, re-completed. It was my fault that the original set melted in the first place after all. I see. And is there any particular reason why the winter and autumn wings look so similar? Oh my, you really think they look alike? Perhaps I used some of the decoration from one in the other by accident. He's clearly lying. I didn't have the evidence to prove it just yet. Is any particular reason why the winter anatomics looks so similar? Oh yeah. This thing in front of the door is a fir tree, right? Yes, they're usually associated with winter, but this door leads to the autumn wing. I suppose it's all part of someone's elaborate ruse. I could paint it right for the autumn feel. Evergreens stay green all year round, Kay. Hence the name. Sure, I knew that. I suspect the difference in aroma we notice due to the teapots having been switched. You do? I can't see what else could have been. The tea itself hadn't changed. Why don't we ask Miss Bond just to be sure? Miss Bond, the difference in aroma we noticed, do you think it could have been because of the different teapot? I suppose so. My cup just now had a subtle minty scent, rather like yuva tea. Oh, I just remembered, I met some peppermint tea in that pot only yesterday. That must be where the minty aroma is coming from. Could that really be it? The tea from the teapot later switched in from under the court smell fatally of mint. Right. Miss Bond said she used the teapot to make peppermint tea yesterday. There's something that's been troubling me. Bond seemed to be more taken back by the switching of the teapots than the breaking of it. You're right, you expected it to be the other way around. I suspect she might have been deliberately hiding the teapot underneath the cart. But why? One of the Ubiquum's key characteristics is in its minty fragrance. So what if she had been hiding some of it in the teapot? What? In the teapot? It's simply a possibility, but one worth of investigation, I believe. Mr. Winner, any luck finding that Ubiquium? Huh? Oh. My people are searching the entire gallery, but they haven't found anything yet. And what about you? Don't tell me you know where it came from. I may have an idea. Ah, I knew it. If I can find it, there's no chance What? You do know where it came from? Yes. Where? Miss Bond's teapot. Wow, nice piece. I like it. Yeah, this looks like a fitting price for a natural-born winner. It's not a prize, it's a vital piece of evidence. Oh, it's just evidence? Then I'll have one of the forensics people check it out. Mr. Edgeworth? Is there some sort of problem with my teapot? Possibly. The minty fragrance we notice coming from it. I think it just might be the scent one of the chemicals used to make the poison gas. But, Mr. Edgeworth, surely you don't think I had anything to do with that? I'm afraid I do. The method used to create the gas holder required considerable preparation. Nobody would have had the time or the opportunity to set that up except you. That's not strictly true. It took around a week to get Zodiac ready for the exhibition. There were all kinds of people coming and going through here during that time. Felicia for one. So you see, I'm not the only person who could have set it up at all. Miss Korn is an orator too, of course. You needn't worry about that. And besides, I will know the first thing about making poison gas. Even if you did find the Ubiquum in my teapot, I wouldn't have had any idea what to do with it. But I suppose we should see the test results. Say first. Miss Bond claims she doesn't know the first thing about making poison gas. I need to find a way to prove that she's lying. Edgeworth speaking. Sir, it's me. Is everything alright, Detective? Everybody's left the Winter Wing. It's just me in here now. Which means I can tell you that what we found out. You really shouldn't be sharing information about the investigation. But after the past week or so, I'm not about to stop him now. The exhibits in here have all completely melted. All that's left in the display case is some stuff at the bottom. More of it in the Taurus case than in the Gemini case though. Gemini case. Describe this stuff for me if you can. Yes sir. It's like a pale blue liquid. I had the lab run some tests just now. The sample from the Taurus case just had a bunch of sugar in it. But the one from the Gemini case had 3 different substances in it, which were sugar, salt, and blood. Blood? What are salt and blood doing in the Gemini's case sample? Can't imagine whose blood it could possibly be, but I'll get it tested right away, sir. Please do, Detective. Oh, I also spoke over the radio with the forensics guy working at the Fontaine room. He said he just got word that the sugar they found in the Fontaine matches the sugar in the pale blue liquid. I see, that might well prove to be a significant development. Anything else to report, Detective? Yes sir, we found one of the emitting device here in the Winter Wing too. There were a few of those being used in the Autumn Wing to disguise it as the Winter Wing. As I recall, it seems that the equipment from the 18 years ago is more than just for the show. I need to talk to Miss Con about this. Anyhow, I better get back to it. I'll let you know as soon as we hear from the lab about that blood. Yes, thank you, Detective. Was that Gummy? Seems like he had a lot to say. He did, and all of it very useful. If I'm going to prove that Miss Bond's claims about who could have set up the poison gas trap are false, I'll need to talk about a certain somebody else who was here 18 years ago. Like, let's go to Miss Con first, I guess. Miss Con, I'd like to ask you a few questions if I may. Of course, dear, fire away. Anything for you, Malcy, and dear? Sweet little Tooth Decay. I appreciate if that was the last time you called me Malcy. I'm not a fan of Tooth Decay either. Well, you just have to like it or lump it. I can change a nickname once I've settled on it. Well, I guess we tried. Oh, look at that! A picture of silly old me! That's right, you seem to have caught the artist's eye. You mean lovely Larry Lampkin? I'll have to have a word with him and say thanks. Well, I'll be glad to introduce you. And there's the evil smirk. What about the photo of Gusta? Oh, you really look rubbish. What about this? Who knew you could make a lamb out of rock salt? Of course you can, dear. You wouldn't want to get it wet, but it's fireproof and ever so sturdy. Sturdy enough to make for a surprisingly good murder weapon, in fact. Yeah. We know that the bulb in this lamp probably broke because it was used in the murder. But then, what happened to the other one? What can you tell us about the various devices used to decorate the gallery's exhibits? There seems to be some pretty specialized items in use, like the emitting device, luminous fabrics. Oh, I can tell you all about those, dearie. After all, I'm the one who gave them to Moody Judy. It was my way of saying sorry after I broke the rules all those years ago. I brought her 4 lovely new salt lamps and I gave her the 4 pieces of luminous cloth I used for the contest. Wow, that's super generous of you. Well, us girls have to do our best, don't we? Not everybody understands, of course. That had better not be a dig at me, Delish. I told you how kind I thought that was. Yes, back when you were a dear sweet innocent baby boy. What happened to you, huh? A dear sweet innocent baby boy? Mr. Vander, can't quite picture that, I have to say. So, these decorations, they're all the same as the ones you saw 18 years ago, correct? Yep, salt lamps, glowing fabric, light emitting doodads, the whole bit. There were 4 luminous cloths in use in the autumn wing, but I'm sure I saw another one somewhere. I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? That's not it. Ah, that's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Maybe I should jog her memory with something Miss Con will tell us more. You had a piece of fabric like this in your bag, did you not, Miss Con? Albeit a somewhat grimmer one. Grimy? How rude! You won't get people to cooperate with your little investigation like that, young man. Shall I call it a dish towel then? Perhaps you use it to wipe up some sort of spillage. A spillage, she says. The cheek! That's a piece of highly specialized luminous cloth. Oh, I probably shouldn't have told you that. I think I'd like to know a little more about this highly specialized luminous cloth if you don't mind. Miss Con, you're something of a specialist. How might someone learn to make this poison gas that was used in the attack, Any ideas? I'm sorry. Well, any pharmacist who's ever handled pesticide ultra would know for a start. After all, it says right there on the label, do not mix with products containing ubiquium ever. But what about a layperson? It's unlikely they do know, wouldn't you say? I suppose so, yes. Well, not unless they had a nose through the Ultimate Cookbook anyway. The price from the contents 18 years ago. The recipe for making the infesticide ultra along with the not mixing with ubiquium bit is in there, you know. So you're familiar with the contents of the book? Oh yes dear, I know it inside out. Because I work for the Tangaroa Group, you see. We're the company behind Cold Killer X. I'm sure you heard of it. Cold Killer X facts back sniffles and sneezes with ease apparently. After Semi Pupil was found guilty, the company took custody of the book. But they only grant their most trusted people access of it, of course. This means Miss Con is one of these elites, I suppose. Yo, the book. Have you read the Ultimate Cookbook, Miss Con? Of course I have. I'm a pharmacist. You know, even if I do wear a big pink hat. I think it's so cool you're a pharmacist. Well, so do I, dearest. So do I. Aren't you a sweetheart, my little tooth decay? Since when were you interested in pharmaceuticals? Shh, I'm working my magic here, Mr. Edgeworth. Bothering her up so she'll do what I want. Anyway, Miss Con, Delicia, I was wondering if you could maybe... No, how many times, you cheeky little imp? Once your name's decided, I can't change it. Dang, so much for the sneaky approach. What kind of a great thief am I? Not a very good one. Oh man, I'm glad I present that. What about this? Hold on, that badge of yours is not the same as Craigie Peglegs. That's right, my father was defense attorney. I took a different path. Oh, I see. It's like that, is it? Well, I suppose it's to be expected at your age, dearie. But once you've grown up a bit, I'm sure you'll start to appreciate your old man a little more. That's not it. Everyone goes to a little rebellious pace. Lord knows I had mine, teehee. My creepet is not the result of some measures and face, Viscount. Wait a minute. Just wait a minute for a little bit. I want to present him with something. I forgot. What's the point of having a badge if you just keep it in your pocket? It proves my status as qualified prosecutors. Meh, stuff like that. Just get the way of doing good work. What is that supposed to mean? As in your official status doesn't mean a thing, man. It's about the person, not the badge. I mean, look at me. How many job titles have I had? But I'm still the same old me. Still the same old pain in the neck too. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Would it kill you to be nice just once in your life? Okay, my mission here is done. What about Judge Cavell? Ah, there's nothing. Okay. Alright, let's get this over with. Why didn't you want me to know you had a piece of luminous cloth in your bag? Oh, well, I suppose there's no point hiding it now, is there? If you must know, I finished it out of the fountain. It was right before they called me into Autumn Wing. I finished it out in the fountain. The later sketch of Miss Con is of when she was trying to retrieve the cloth. At first I thought it was one of the ones I given Moody Judy. One of the 4 you given to the gallery, correct? Exactly, but all 4 were being used in the Autumn Wing, weren't they? So I realized, it must be the one that went missing all those years ago. I already had my Infesticide Ultra Pinch and used I already had my Infesticide Ultra Pinch and used to make poison gas. If one of my claws turned out to have been used in some sort of dastardly deed too, well, I was going to look guilty as a sin, wasn't I? So I kept it hidden in my bag and hoped for the best. I see. Oh, it does feel good to get it off my chest though. Stress is no good for complexion. Yes, she's always stay young. So the cloth that disappeared 18 years ago is the one that the victim was wrapped in. This happened reappeared in the fountain at the same time as the body? Oh, rubbish. Okay, down here. Judy Moody. What if I showed him this? Oh, nothing. Oh shit. Tell me, Fender, what kind of person is Miss Bond? Huh? Wait a minute. Don't tell me you've got a thing for her, Melster. I do not. Chill, I'm just sinking your chain. Anyway, what can I say about Jits? Well, she's a real brave trooper for one. What else do you call someone who waits around for 18 whole years like she has for Samson? Even after his extended family kicked her out of this place. What? They threw her out? Yup, Jits wasn't technically part of the family, so there was nothing she could do. She had nothing, nobody, and no job after Samson took the fall. So she had no choice but to take what he taught her and make her own way in showbiz. She's retired from all that now though. Yes, why did she retire? She finally made enough to buy the old place back. She even got the ultimate cookbook back from the Tangaroa group after they basically stole it. Guess this place and everything to do with it was all she ever cared about, so she just wanted it back, all of it. Fender seems very sympathetic to Miss Bond's plight, but from a less charitable perspective, she has, in a way, taken everything of Mr. Tangaroa's for herself. Anything else? Ice Heaven's not just another case for me, Miles. You know that, right? Of course, it's important to me too. I put some serious thought into this little mystery over the years. Like, just what do the letter IS stand for? Incident snacks? Instant it? No, wait, ironic straddles. See, there are so many options. I can't just pick one. Sometimes I seriously don't know whether Fender is being serious or not. And this is one of those times. So, I'm done speaking with Fender. So I guess it's time to link the pieces together. The Ultimate Cookbook contained the instruction on how to create poison gas, and the current owner of that book is none other than Miss Judy Bond. No way, you mean? I'm afraid I do. Miss Bond would have been perfectly capable of setting up the gas trap. Finally, we can prove that she's been lying to us. Okay, I guess. Where should we go? Down here. The forensic guy. About Larry. And Yo, forensic guy. The body's been taken back to the lab, sir. Autopsy is underway. And how's the rest of the fontaine looking? Rather beautiful, actually, sir. The water's crystal clear and kind of soothing. Almost if there wasn't any body floating in it. Not so long ago, Yeah, I guess. What should we do now, huh? There's no logic. That's a cool badge, very severe. As it should be. After all, it symbolizes both sanctity and the strictness of the law. Yeah, well, my badge symbolizes love, justice, peace, courage, duty, and compassion. And what about your beloved truth? Okay, what about I show her this? They're really well drawn. Larissa has a lot of talent. If only he were able to handle himself as skillfully as he handles his brush. Looks like he can draw normal, non-freaky pictures when he picks the right subjects, huh? It's true. Larry does seems to have a gift for capturing a scene exactly as he saw it. Which means, when there is something freaky in one of his sketches, there is usually a reason for it. A spy contradiction here, and it's one we cannot afford to ignore. Alright. Is there anything to show her? Nothing, I guess. If they find you become the teapot, is that it for Mr. Brown? Mr. Brown? He seems way too nice to hurt anybody. You mustn't judge a book by its cover, okay? Though I too have my doubts. I should talk to Mr. Fender and Miss Con and see what they have to say on the matter. Alright, maybe there's something I can show Miss Fender. Okay. Nothing. Nothing about the Gemini, I guess. We've already used all the logic. So what gives? The ultimate cookbook. I'll bet there's some humdiggling recipes in there, huh? Any you might be interested in perhaps, huh? Me? Not that I can think of. What about you, Casterino? I guess I like to be a genius and invincible. Oh, and able to fly. We're talking about medicines here, okay? Not miracles. What about you, Gibbon? What kind of pharmaceutical recipes in the ultimate cookbook? Oh, there are so many, it will take a while to go through them all. But if you really want to know, well then let's start the show. Come join me as we sing this song. It's a nifty 32 hours long. No, one by one we'll sing the things that's the world's best little cookbook brings. What do you think, Mr. Short? Want to listen to the rest? No, that won't be necessary. Then I'll play as Eddie then. We can sing about it for 32 hours. Because Eddie loves to sing. Those tulips by the door. Right, Mr. Richard? Yes, it leads to the spring wing. Ah, spring, a popular time to move house, which makes it open season for great thieves. Housebreaking is a little beneath the great thief, won't you say? Yeah, I guess you're right. They put sunflowers on the door, nice. Fitting ornament to the entrance of the summer wing is summer. It's also a vacation time, and I will create Pit Noah that meets tourists with bulging wallets. Pickpocketing, Kay? Isn't that a little beneath of creative? Yeah, maybe you're right. Who should I talk to? Should I investigate? Talk to Kay again. Huh, I'm creative, I totally sympathize. If you really gotta grab something, you should just go ahead and grab it. About the case, I guess. We've learned a lot about our case and about IS-7 too. Perhaps, and yet the truth remains shrouded in an impenetrable mist. Still don't have enough evidence to pierce the fog. In that case, we'll just have to look for some more. That won't be necessary, Kay. I have all the information I need. It's just a matter of logically piecing it together in order to eliminate the truth. Sounds good to me. Have at it, Mr. Rachel. What? I don't have any more. It's all gone. What about the cookbook and Miss Judy? No, it's gone. And what's... Oh my god, is my game bugging? Like... Let's restart, I guess. I'm afraid it's bugging. Continue. Like, there's no logic correct now. It's still the same. What the hell did I do, man? Okay, said let's just talk to Pender and move on. So what can we talk about the Pender? Oh no. Okay. We can talk to Miss Khan about the IS-7 incident. Oh shit. Oh, you really do care? Oh, rubbish. Man, I'm just gonna shoot straight in here. Luminous plot. It's true, dearie, I do know how to make poison gas, but the fact that someone knows how to hold a gun doesn't mean they should anybody does it. I'm not accusing you, Miss Khan. It's right, you know. Just because I'm a creative, that doesn't mean I can do good. Exactly, dear, and just because I'm a confectioner, that doesn't mean I can cook. Surely that only applies to fake confectioners. Alright, that one is funny. Here is some rubbish. Ultimate cookbook. Have you? Of course I have. Oh, frame finger marks now. Pen. We've already talked about this. Rubbish. 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 You. Rubbish. Okay, I guess there's nothing we can show her right now. Man, I'll be really mad if my game is bugging and doesn't let me to go to the next case. Ugh. Damn, it's raining hard right now. Ah, this takes me back. Perhaps you could take a closer look. You might notice something new. Thing is, Mal Sereno, I've been racking my brains about this case for 15 years now. I wouldn't hold out much hope for a eureka moment. You, on the other hand, press eyes, press face, press edited. You might spot something. I'm gonna take a step at what his coolness is saying, but no comment. Alright, I'll try not to pass the buck next time. Well, that was a waste of time. Oh, same same thing. Oh my god. What should I do? Where should I go? This shit is impossible, man. How can it be like this? Oh! There's something we need to deduce. Silly me. Larry, could I ask you something about your sketches? Fascinated by the work of Great Larry's denim, huh? It's the composition, alright. Not exactly. This like blue tablecloth. You painted that exactly as you saw it, correct? I already told you. Everything is exactly as I saw it. But the tablecloth on the card here, in this room, is white. Wow. Your heads are full of crazy theories. The simple stuff just passes you right by, huh? What's that look for? Listen, just before I drew that sketch, I was in the middle of some business with a card with the T set on it, okay? What kind of business? That's right, it was hiding the pieces of teapot I smashed kind. There's nothing to boast about. Anyway, I was still in the middle of cleaning it all up when Judy came out in the winter wing. I didn't want to get busted for breaking the teapots, so I quickly dove upside. Oh, there's another. Oh, so that's how she's bringing the corpse or the body of Artie Frost. Wait, Miss Bond come out of the winter wing? Yeah, and she was pushing a cart, a different one. That's the one with the light blue tablecloth on it that I drew. And what did she do with this second surfing cart? Well, I saw her wheel it into the summer wing, but I don't know what happened to it after that. When she came back out, she was pushing one of those other carts, the kind you can lift stuff with. A lift cart? Yeah, so I called out to her, but she just ran off and left it behind. Never had her down as the shy type, but it just goes to show, you never know. Another surfing cart, and a lift cart. Is there maybe another tea set too? We better check with Miss Bond. Alright, now we're done. Oh, I thought my game is buggy. But I guess we thought... No, I don't want to say that. Are there two surfing carts here at the gallery, Miss Bond? Oh, yes, why do you ask? A certain so-called artist showed us his sketch. I couldn't help but notice the color of the tablecloth. It's light blue. Light blue? I'm afraid your friend must be mistaken. Only use white tablecloth, freshly laundered and stretched, like the perfect wrinkled free one on the cart here. Exactly. If I saw so much as a blemish, I would replace it right away. With the color of the tablecloth, the sketch simply being stuck on Larry's part. Do you have any idea what you might have been doing when the sketch was drawn? Let me see. I appear to be carrying out my usual duties. I'd like to ask you a little more about these duties, if I may. What exactly you're doing when this sketch was drawn? Because from what I can see, your card doesn't have a T-set on it. I was delivering some chocolate to the investigating officer. Oh, I'm jealous. I love chocolate. Well, there were a few leftovers, so here, for you both. I made them myself. I hope you like them. Woohoo! Hehe, thanks, Miss Bond. Well, why not? They're a little melted, but I suppose that's because they've been sitting around in her pocket. Okay. They're super sweet. I love them. I'm very glad to hear it. They might not have to be the prettiest, but I'm grateful for the energy boost nonetheless. I guess that was Samson Tangaroa said too. Damn, the thunder is getting louder. Though perhaps they could do with a little less sugar. Yes. God, yes. And that's that. All that's left now is to await the result of the test on the teapot.